Okay everyone, it's no secret that Hot Toys has changed as a company over the past few years, with the main one being Hot Toys' new numbered exclusive edition figures. Now these create quite a stir in the community, and I'm going to explain why it shouldn't. What's up everybody, it is Riley Reviews back again with another video, and today we're going to be explaining why the collecting community shouldn't complain over exclusive figures. Now before we get into all the nitty gritty, because I feel like this may be a tad controversial, I do want to preface that this is just one collector's opinion, and you can have any collecting philosophy you'd like. But today, I'm going to lean towards exclusivity being the game changer for Hot Toys as a brand. Now before I do that, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help the channel and I'd greatly appreciate it. But let's start with the why. Why is it that figure collectors cannot stand having exclusive or numbered figure releases? And let's start with the number one reason: fear.
Fear is a tool.
Collectors want the easiest way to secure figure pre-orders. And it seems with almost every Hot Toys release now, you're checking the top left to see if it has that smacking logo of a Hot Toys exclusive. Now for those not familiar, Hot Toys usually had open pre-orders for any and all of their figures. But as of recent times, however, they have leaned towards making limited availability and exclusive numbered runs even at some points. Now you can see where I'm going with this. Having even the slightest chance at missing a pre-order on a figure or character you love can definitely cause some valid stress. And this not only correlates to niche characters, to some of the most popular on the planet. When it comes to Anakin Skywalker, to Joker, Hot Toys clearly do not care about making things exclusive. Well, semi-care. There will be instances where they release standard sculpted options that don't have the rooted artisan hair, but that's not always the case, especially with this Anakin Skywalker Artisan, which is honestly probably the most hyped and sought out for figure on the Artisan lineup. But again, examples such as this Dark Empire Luke Skywalker, there is an Artisan edition on the left that was limited and numbered, but you also have the opportunity to get the standard or sculpted on the right for an open pre-order. On top of that, there's even some cases where the Artisan doesn't look as good as the sculpted, which in my opinion, the Dark Empire Luke is the perfect example. I think it looks a lot better when it's in its sculpted state than what we're seeing here on the Artisan. Now I will say I don't know if I fully agree with only doing Artisan lines and not offering sculpted such as this Anakin, because it really puts collectors at a tough spot, especially for such an iconic character. I luckily got this figure on pre-order, but everyone knows when you were trying to get this on Sideshow, if you are from the US, it was an absolute nightmare. And I also forgot to mention, when I say Artisan, that is the rooted hair on these sculpts. As you can see with this Anakin photo, that is their new Artisan line, where all of them have been limited numbered. Now, while I understand why collectors would have fear and doubt for these exclusive and limited runs, because it sort of sets that FOMO standard for a lot of things, but I personally believe this is a necessary change for their company, for two sole reasons: the economy and the thrill of the chase or hype. Now the reason I say economy is because we all know this is not a new thing. The market is in an absolute terrible place. You can now find some of the most impressive Hot Toys going for $100 to $170, which is pretty unheard of in the 6-scale market, primarily due to overproduction and the overall downfall of the economy. While I know a lot of us collect due to nostalgic or sentimental value, you also have to take into account we don't want to lose hundreds of dollars on each figure we purchase. And Hot Toys shifting into a more numbered and exclusive releases, I think this totally helps that. Keep in mind this would also benefit Hot Toys because they can now primarily focus on QC issues, on lower runs of all figures they make. Now, when I first started collecting in 2021, I always looked at these figures and thought, hey, if I lost $20 to $40 selling each figure, that's not the end of the world. It's not that big of a deal, like $15 to $25. But now we're at the state where you're losing $75 to $100. And in my opinion, I understand the philosophy that these aren't investments, but I'm also a 21-year-old who has to pay for college. But ultimately, Hot Toys and Sideshow creating this sort of FOMO state of collecting, I think will personally benefit all of us in the long run. Now to my next point, hype and thrill the chase, because as much as these artisans and numbered runs are frustrating, they are also absolutely hype. I think a reason why we love 6-scale collecting so much is because Hot Toys creates a sort of sense of hype and togetherness. Whether it be good or bad, the community stands strong and it really creates a great sense of uniqueness in the hobby. Now you cannot lie, let me know in the comments, but when those Sideshow queues and artisan lines go up, the blood gets flowing and you are absolutely locked in on your 1,000 computers. And as I mentioned, chase. These figures, as they do get sold out, you can still find them on the aftermarket, maybe for an increased price, but that again correlates to my point that this is what we need to heal this dying market. I mainly made this video because I've recently seen a lot of negativity towards exclusive runs, especially with the Imperial Commando. At the end of the day, I'm all for exclusives. I'm even up for normal figure pre-orders having timed windows because I'm just tired of seeing figures going up for $100 to $150. This needs changing and I'm not afraid to say it. But remember, also drop all your thoughts in the comments below. I want to be the platform for us to have civil discussions, and I truly feel setting your input and opinion in the comments really strikes that home. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.